All right, everyone, I have Mari Humberg with me today, and she's gonna talk through some speed up techniques and strategies.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Super excited for it. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right, you got it, Mari? You got it from here.
All right, perfect. So something that the game has evolved a lot over time, right?
Yeah.
This is something that we were talking about, but with the game evolving, more speed ups off the bounce are happening than ever, right? Before, I mean, if you watch the men's doubles game from, let's say 2021, 2022, there were 0 speed ups off the bounce.
I was thinking 2015.
Hey, I mean,
okay.
I was still in college back then. I was playing tennis, whole different game. But if you look at, you know, even a couple of years ago, there were no speed ups off the bounce. And if you go watch a game now, there are a ton. That's in men's doubles, that's in women's doubles and mixed doubles, and all the events you're seeing a lot more of that. Now, there's a key to the speed up off the bounce that a lot of amateurs haven't quite captured yet. I think, first of all, there are 4 key spots to attack. Technically, let's make it 5, okay?
All right, what do we got?
We got the shoulders,
okay.
we got the hips,
Yep.
and we got the body. Like, let's call it like the belly button.
Okay.
The hips are the best, technically, in my opinion, because the ball is gonna stay in. If I go really hard at your shoulder, the ball might go out, but if it hits you, it's still my point. So that's an option there.
No, it's good.
So I wanna talk about a couple patterns that work on the speed up off the bounce. Okay, so we're gonna be dinking here.
Yep.
And I'm going to randomly speed up. I want you guys to make sure you understand that this is gonna look just like my dink. Jordan's not gonna know when I'm gonna speed up.
But I am gonna expect every
gonna
shot,
expect
so hopefully
every single time.
All right.
All right, let's see if he can get it back.
Okay,
Here we go.
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
That was kind of a left hip, right?
Yep.
Now, if you notice, he was a little bit late to catch that ball on that backhand. So you were extended here. Where do you think that ball will come back if you hit it?
Well, do you want me to think what I'm amateur or what do I know?
What you know?
I know.
Let's talk about the actual
so it's very difficult to be early on it. So I'm always gonna be late. So typically, because my paddle's like this, it's always gonna come straight down the line.
Correct.
So probably to your forehand.
So if I go left hip, I'm gonna speed up here and take a step over here so I can get the next ball. Okay?
If you would like to know multiple ways to attack your opponents and different strategies up at the Non-Volley Zone line, you're going to want to check out our free attacking masterclass. Make sure you go to attackmasterclass.com or go in the description below.
I'm gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna do it a little bit slower to see if we can get that pattern on video here.
Here we go.
He was late again.
If I can't make it, right?
Hey, that'll work too, right?
But
That's
no.
just as good.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, either way, if you even watch both of those shots, both of them that I missed, it still went wide.
It still went this way, right?
It's still gonna go that way.
It's very rare, unless they read it perfectly, that they hit it way out in front, that it comes this way. So give them the shot over here and set up for forehand for that next one. So that's pattern number 1.
All right, love it.
Great. Pattern number 2, and then I'm gonna give a bad pattern. All right, that's what we're gonna end with.
All right.
So pattern number 2, I'm not telling you where I'm going.
All right, I can guess. I could guess it. Ooh. Oh.
I went body.
Okay.
I
thought you were going right hip.
I know you were guessing there. I saw you going like this. So he started guessing. First of all, that's what you want, right? I want you to start guessing where I'm gonna go because you can't see it. Could you tell based on my paddle? Nope. That's good.
Nope.
Hopefully that's the answer, right? That's what I'm looking for here.
Hey, let me ask you this, Mari. I get this question a lot where some amateur players or players that I teach a lot, right? They think that pros have this supernatural kind of thing where, you know, you have to look at the angle of the paddle and then you'll know.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that? Because I get that asked a lot.
So I think that's something that comes kind of naturally based on positioning more than paddle positioning. I think it's actual body positioning. So if I'm here, think about this. The only place where it's really, really hard for me to go is extremely cross court. So if you notice, you're gonna be standing there and your partner is gonna be standing closer to the middle line. So instead of watching my paddle, I would pay more attention to where I'm positioned and how I'm hitting the ball. Because if you start stressing about looking at paddle all the time, you're actually not gonna be able to react as fast. So I would take that out of your mind a little bit, for sure.
Okay. So
that's a great question.
Yeah, so let's get back to, so you went here.
I went body. So one of the reasons why I chose body instead of right hip, because I actually really love the right hip spot, but a lot of people talk about that when there's tons of videos about it. Body is super important, especially at the amateur level, because if you think about it, a lot of people don't have a one-handed counter, and it's really hard to generate power here. So if I'm hitting at your body, you're likely going to be a little bit late too. So you have 2 options. Where is your counter gonna come back when I hit body?
Well, I think I could, for me, I think I could direct it a little bit better, but it's probably, the hard one for me is go inside out. So
Correct.
it's probably gonna come at you or to your backhand a little bit.
Perfect. So usually when I'm speeding up body, I'm setting up for a backhand for the next shot. Because even if it does come this way, I can slide and hit a backhand. But I'm looking for the 1-2 pattern with forehand, backhand.
Got it.
Okay, so we're gonna do it one more time and let's see if I can get that. Okay. Even though I did get one on the first attempt.
Here we go.
You were kind of ready for it.
Well, it's a little easier that I know. Thank you for telling me.
Woohoo! Got him.
Yeah, and then I missed it, but yeah. But
it was coming straight back at me.
So fast, all I can do is kind of push it
And
back.
mine was even a little bit high. I wish I would have hit it a little bit lower, right? So let me try one last time.
Okay.
So that Adidas power.
Yeah.
Backhand. Perfect. And I missed it, but irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
I got exactly what I wanted on that second ball. So what the key here is, obviously, aim for spots and expect the ball to come back. The higher level you get to, the less winners there are going to be off of attacks. Attacks are setup shots. I cannot say this enough. Attacks are setup shots. Set up where you want and be ready for the next one. So start setting up patterns that make sense for you and it's going to become a lot easier.
Love it.
Good.
Love it.
Let me talk about one bad one
that
people tend to go for. The one that's really, really low and you want to hit hard, okay? You're either going to hit fence or net, okay?
Got it.
Maybe let's talk about a imaginary line here.
Yeah.
If the ball is closer than half of the kitchen line.
Probably should think it.
Great answer there. Don't attack it, okay?
Yeah.
If the ball lands here, I mean, it is nearly impossible, but I see so many amateurs trying to do that, right? When I'm teaching, when I'm watching, I see them trying to do that and I'm like, you're not gonna make it. They're like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
You chose the wrong shot.
Yeah, and also, I would say, you know, from that shallow, right, the net's, it's closer, so you're gonna have to hit more up anyways.
Absolutely, and from the side of the court, it's even worse because the net's higher.
Yeah.
If you were here at least, the net's a little bit lower, so makes more sense. But that's one bad one, okay? And if you do get it over the net, it's probably gonna go out. So not really, I'm not gonna hit you.
Yeah, sorry, thank you.
I have some control. But yes, just one thing to note is let's maybe even 3/4 of the line here if you wanna be safe, but it does have to be a little bit deeper for you to be able to attack or speed up off the bounce there.
Okay, so that was your bad one. I don't wanna skip over it because, you know, we do talk about the right hip a lot.
Let's go ahead, yeah,
so like,
one more.
Over here, what are you looking at? Because we talked about the kind of left hip outside body. Now what about right?
Right, so let's go ahead and do one.
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right, so that was the chicken wing. I didn't quite get it over enough.
That's right.
I still got you in the chicken wing.
I knew it was coming, so I had a little head start. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's a perfect example on what I can do with that one.
So there's two options from the defending side of the right hip.
Yep.
It's either you're gonna get a little bit of a chicken wing,
which I tried the first time.
Correct. Or you're gonna slide and get your body out of the way and hit a forehand late.
Yes.
Behind your body. Now, if you hit this shot right, the counter isn't gonna come down. If someone is attacking or countering well off of your speed up to the right hip, it means you're not doing it well enough. To be honest, that's a shot that shouldn't be going high, right? No one should be able to do this to your counter. So with that, I think this shot is one that I hit that one the slowest out of the three, if you noticed. I took a little bit of pace off because I want to get it low to your hip. So the second one comes high and then I can choose. I mean, I slid and hit a backhand, but I could have just hit a forehand off of that. So.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so let me ask you this, Mari. You play, you know, with all the top players. Just psychologically, like let's talk about 4 or 5 up, right? How are you in a game, right? You're playing a lot of different players, or let's say you play somebody new.
Yeah.
How are you picking what first, or do you begin to test really early in the match? Like, what's your philosophy on that? Like you haven't played with me, right? So if we were to play, well, what do you do? So
if you know your opponents, you have the advantage of knowing what they like and what they don't like. So think about that before the match, you know? Make a little checklist of like, man, he really likes this one shot off the bounce that he hits really well. Let me not give him that shot. Or when people play me, they don't want to give me a high backhand because I like to flick out of the air. So think about that before you're playing, and also think about where they don't like to defend. Now, if you're playing someone you've never played before, there's typical spots that are uncomfortable. For a right-handed person, the most uncomfortable is typically going to be the right hip.
So this is the one that you'll target first if you don't know anyone.
That's where I'm starting, the right hip. On the women's side, the one that I actually like to start with is body.
Yeah, body or chest, I would say, right?
Correct, body, because they have a hard time with a one-hander usually, and they are not able to slide as well to hit a two-handed backhand for that counter. So for men's, typically right hip. For women, typically right at the body.
Okay, love it. Anything else that, any other last thought on speed ups so that players can, you know, take away something next time they hop on the court?
Yeah, I think this like comes with reps, right? People think that like listening to this, it's gonna solve all your problems. Unfortunately, we're not magicians. We cannot solve your problems by talking about it only. You have to go out there and practice these. So if you have a ball machine or a partner, you know, do a drill where like I just hand feed you the ball.
Yeah.
You speed it up at different spots and I'm trying to counter and you're trying to do your patterns. That's a really easy way to kind of get in a groove and figure out the patterns that work for you.
All right, love it. Awesome.
Perfect.